Service providers have always wanted to have more information on their subscribers, but perhaps you should be careful what you wish for. For these days, one of the biggest problems they have is how to get the best out of all the data they now hold. One company that's particularly active in this field is Connectiva Systems, who analyze, manage, and monetize this kind of subscriber information. But it's not without its problems, not least of all in optimizing the two-sided business model and controlling fraud. So I'd like to talk to Anandan Jayaraman, their Chief Product and Marketing Officer, about best practice and a few war stories. AJ, very good to meet you.
Great to see you, Jeremy.
It seems that these days telcos are almost drowning in data, and yet many of them are no closer to understanding their subscribers as they should, or leveraging that subscriber data to the optimum. How can they go about this better?
So we see three major challenges. One is fragmentation of data, and most telcos' data is incredibly fragmented across tens of BSS, OSS systems, network, and front office systems. One of our customers in North America actually said to get a single view of a single customer, they need to go up to 100 applications. Now, if you look at explosion of data, in the last 12 months alone, customer data has quadrupled. And add to that the fact that many operators have still not progressed far enough in terms of making the systems customer-centric, you here have a perfect storm. So one of the things we believe needs to happen is for operators and vendors to come together and think of an analytics framework that can help them monitor, manage, and monetize customer data real time in a way that is online and also in a way that can be integrated back into mainstream transactional applications.
So what strategies underpin new business opportunities for leveraging subscriber data?
Yeah, so if customer data can be integrated into mainstream business decisions, it drives three kinds of business opportunities for telcos. One is it gives you visibility into data over the life cycle of a customer, so you can service them better and also do better upsell, cross-sell. Two, it helps you better manage your business with full visibility into margin per customer and margin per service, which a lot of them do not have today. And third, most importantly, it also helps telcos manage two-sided business models, which we've talked about a lot, but few have been able to do it successfully. So you enable an ecosystem of marketers and advertisers to reach to the end consumer based on opt-in and subscriber preferences. I believe that telcos have a unique opportunity to do this if they can manage and monetize customer data well.
Connectiva is evidently redefining its positioning around subscriber data monetization, AJ. Can you tell us what are the principles behind this?
Sure. Subscriber data monetization is a business and technology framework that we offer to the marketplace, and it is based on three major principles. One, it's a smart way to collect and correlate customer data across a lot of systems and build a single view of the customer. Number two, it is about getting that intelligence and embedding it into all interaction and front office channels so that your call center agents and point of sale personnel and your systems can make intelligent decisions based on that single view. And third, all analysis made in the business on product revenues and customers, they leverage this body of knowledge. And what we believe is that if we can leverage the mutual synergies of data from multiple fragments of a customer's life cycle, it makes each analysis function a lot more effective.
What are the major challenges in revenue assurance and fraud today, and how do you help operators to manage risk and security?
Sure. Now, the best way to think about revenue assurance is think of the BSS, OSS infrastructure as plumbing in a house, and revenue assurance is all about finding leaks in the plumbing. To this day, the traditional way people have looked at it is that they would keep drip trays, for the lack of a better word, to catch the leaks, and if the leaks do happen, they go and fix the plumbing. Now, we tend to believe that the amount of leakage from unknown unknowns, that areas of the plumbing that you don't know leaks exist, is multiple times higher than the known knowns, which are the standard KPIs and controls. So we are working with operators to transform revenue assurance on three key dimensions, looking at unknown unknowns versus the known knowns, finding a way to fix the leak before it happens, versus doing it reactively, and most importantly, looking at systems from a customer-centric way than being internally focused. When it comes to fraud, we believe that the big focus area is on eliminating false negatives while at the same time having a minimum level of false positives, and combining fraud with revenue assurance and customer analytics systems gives you a much better leverage and control of doing that analysis.
AJ, can you share some best practices and war stories from the leading operators that you know who have embraced this approach to subscriber data analytics?
Sure, let me give you a couple of examples. One of our North American customers started doing multi-channel analytics of the customers, and they found that people who call the call center maybe within 10 days after getting the bill are asking for adjustments, and the same people when they go to the retail in the next 15 days are 50% more likely to churn. We also had another example in which they found that people who are looking for downgrade options on the website and people who mention competition to a call center agent are 70% more likely to churn. So just by doing cross-channel analytics, the telco was able to look at customers who are on the cusp of churning and send them save and retention campaigns. The other example I want to talk about is an Asian operator who actually found on a fine Monday morning that the number of mobile videos in a certain premium content category was going through the roof. Now this was happening because the tariff was configured incorrectly, and people were tweeting and mentioning it on Facebook that you could actually download it without any cost. So within a few minutes they went and changed the tariff. They also stopped the video from downloading. So this is an example in which what is actually a revenue assurance issue became abuse and fraud, and also had an impact on how customers perceive the service. So subscriber data monetization is all about how you collect customer data in a holistic way and then how you manage and monetize it. And we believe that operators around the world are starting to embrace it in a big way.
AJ, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeremy.